Hello everyone, welcome to Under the Radar Live from the Munich Show. My name is Matthew Parshchikov, I'm a mineral photographer, and right now I'm here outside my booth in Hall A6, where all the big dealers are located. In this series I'll be your host, and I'll be interviewing people that deserve to be shown, in my opinion, like dealers and collectors from the collectors showcases, and smaller dealers that you may not even know. With a focus on European-based people, so you can come to Munich yourself and enjoy these treasures with your own eyes. So let me walk you through and enjoy the show. Don't forget to like and subscribe to not miss any more of my uploads, of our uploads. And this is Under the Radar Live. Hello everyone, I'm here right at the entrance at Ksenia Levterova's booth with her beautiful paintings, and right now we're going to take a look what new paintings she has and what her plans for the futures are. Hey Ksenia, how are you?
Hello, Matthew. I'm okay. I'm waiting for you and for our interview. Yeah.
Great. Yeah, I see you got some lovely new paintings here.
Oh yeah.
In your separate little room.
I have a few new paintings, and I can tell you something about them.
Yeah,
so
let's just start with this beautiful Saburite.
Yeah, I'm looking for the piece that I would like to try to paint gemstones, and this one is a first from me. I never did it before, so I was impressed by the color of the Saburite and the size, and also the story of the specimen. And so I would like to try this one. What do you think?
Oh yeah, so I really love it. As usual, you did a great job with capturing all the details, and for a first, this is just amazing. I mean, I love gems when they're good and cool, and this is a really very nice documentation of a historically relevant piece.
Yeah, you're right. And also the green, it's my favorite color.
Oh, right.
So for me, it was a huge pleasure to try to find like different shadows of green.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then we have the new one, it's amethyst. And this is from the collection of Alessandro Palladini. And this is something special for him because this specimen was on a poster of the first Tucson show in 1981. So it's a little bit historical specimen.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and now the specimen also had not just a poster, but a watercolor portrait.
Oh yes, fantastic.
That's nice. Yeah, and then we have the rutile with a super attractive quartz in it from Stephanie.
This is just a fantastic piece.
Yeah.
And this piece, the original and the photo is seen in the theme book.
Yeah,
of
in
the
a
Munich
theme
Show.
book. And this impossible crystal, and we have it in a showcase in a special exhibition. So, and now I think everyone knows it.
Yeah, just put it next to
together.
The
Okay.
Yeah. Just fantastic.
Yeah, it's so attractive.
Every detail. I like the painting even more, to be honest.
Yeah, thank you.
Fantastic.
Because when I just saw it for the first time, I fell in love with this specimen, and I keep it in my mind that I have to paint it sometime. And then when I have a free time, I painted it, and and Stephanie was so happy, and I'm grateful to her for this possibility to paint this specimen. So let's go. And here we have extremely gentle and nice the cerussite with the malachite.
I have to say this is my favorite.
Okay, the next one.
It's so detailed as usual, but there's something special about this gemminess that you captured absolutely perfectly.
Yeah, I would like to make it gentle.
Is that a small Ukraine flag?
Oh, looks like. So it's an old finding, like 1979, I think, and that was commissioned from Briscoe. So yeah, and for me it was like a try to improve my skills in transparency. Yeah.
Yes. And it
Okay,
turned out
I love
absolutely
it.
fantastic.
That's nice.
And
And
now you have some. Oh, you want to talk about this too?
yeah, there's a Medina aquamarine from Nicholas Tolovitz. So
Just
it's
look at the details.
yes,
All
and
of those.
it's so nice that if you would like to put your imagination inside, so you can see different faces or patterns. It's really interesting to play with it.
True, true. Yeah, I love the details. It's everything
Me
absolutely
also.
perfect. Great job.
Yeah, thank you. And then now this is my new idea, and I would like to make a series of these works. So for the first, we have the crystallography shape of the crystal, and then we have the model. It can be like wooden or a plastic one, I don't know. And then we have the crystal, exactly, and I'll try to make it a little bit more ideal. Yeah, so we have like a small triptych,
So cool.
and I would like to make it for the different types of minerals. So now we have the
Yeah, a question.
Yep.
So this is not watercolor.
no, it's a graphic. It's a liner, and then we have the pencil,
Yes.
and then we have
then
a watercolor. Yeah,
Okay,
you're right.
Perfect. And the specimen is also by some collector, or where do you get the reference from?
No, that's a question that I would like to make some more idealized crystal.
so this is
I,
not
I
the
make
real
it.
specimen.
I use few pictures,
Yeah.
and then I combine it, and then I try to make it more perfect without damaging, to show how it works if it has a real the
Okay.
same shape.
Okay, I get you.
So now we have the garnets, and we have the benitoid.
Yeah, these are nice.
Yeah, it's like a small universe, isn't it? I like it so much, the structure.
Is this your first vignette?
Yeah, you're right.
Great.
Yeah, I'm dreaming to make a painting of it, and now it's done.
Perfection, yeah. You can just see the shape.
So, and you know what? I can tell you the small secret that the next one, it's coming right now, and it should be the pyrite. Yes.
Oh, nice. Okay, great, yeah.
Yeah, I love it so.
Of course.
Yeah, for sure.
Will it be like octahedron, pentagon, dodecahedron, or is it a cube?
No,
What
it's
shape?
not a cube. It's more a complicated shape, not just a cube.
Okay.
So you'll see.
Okay,
yeah.
great, yeah.
And this is the third one. And this is my favorite one. I like it so much.
Well, I
So-
can say I was in the future, and this.
Which one will be here for you? I mean, if we speak about this idea, which one you would like to put there?
Well, I personally like monoclinic minerals.
Okay.
So like a really cool azurite,
Uh-huh.
the bright, strong blue color. Yeah, something like that.
Okay. So maybe I keep it in my mind, and we will see.
Yes.
Maybe I'll paint it for you.
Thank you so much
Yeah,
for
and
this.
thank you for your
giving
time.
us an insight, and we're all very excited for your future paintings.
Yes, me also.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so
Have a
much.
great show.
Bye bye. See you.
I'm here with Raquel Alonso-Perez at the special exhibition, and behind me are some cool trillion cut gems, which we're gonna take a look at right now. Hi Raquel, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
So here we have some great gems. How about you tell us something about them? Why are they so special?
So the collection belongs to a collector named Jim Myron. He's a collector based in Arizona in the United States. And one of his passions has been collecting this trillion cut. So this triangular gemstone cut was originally developed in Amsterdam. And then he came to the United States and he studied one by one, and by now his collection is over 120 stones.
Oh wow.
And although I'm a curator of the Harvard Mineralogical and Geological Museum, and we have some pieces on the display, I had the pleasure to hand carry the exhibit. some of the 52 from the 120 gems and put it on display.
Oh, great.
So they are all different species, all cut as a trillium cut.
Interesting. Really cool. So I understand these. Some of them are more rare than others. Can you? Well, there are no labels, so can you name a few
Yes.
really cool ones?
So we can start the displays by color. That was one of the easiest doing by the rainbow. I think very aesthetic. So the one on the top left, that's a cuprite.
Oh, this is why it's so dark.
Yeah, exactly. It's very deep dark, but you still see the reddish. And if you would put a light from behind, that would really enhance the stone. Then we go carry on with the reddish. You see all tourmalines, until you get to the tiny one. That's a spinet.
Oh, that's a big one.
Yeah, I would say. And if you come down again, you see some tourmalines. You see the pink ones. Now, the one in between the large pink and the tiny light pink, that's a kunzite.
Whoa.
What do you mean? So it's you can tell by the light pink.
Yeah.
They could get deeper pink, but that's a very nice kunzite.
And what's the one next to it?
It's a tourmaline.
The one in the middle. This one.
The brown one on the
Yeah.
back. That's I don't remember.
Expert speaking here. Not just kidding.
That one, you got me on
It's
that
a-
one.
it has a
I
cool
don't
color.
know.
I'll
It
cut
is a
that
cool
out, don't
color.
worry.
Okay, no. But the next one, no, it's fine. I don't need to know every gem, right? The next one is a clinohumite.
Oh, this pink one.
The orange.
The orange, this
that
one.
one.
Oh,
That is a clinohumite, which is a really rare one.
that's big. That's a
Right?
big one.
Very good. Then you move into some citrines.
Yes.
And from these green tears and tourmalines, and the one that I love personally is the sphin.
Oh, this
And
is a
yeah.
okay. This is a title.
It's
Nice.
really titanite. You see the incredible play of
Absolutely.
it's not play of color, but it's the birefringence is so high
Yeah.
that you see these amazing colors.
Fantastic.
Moving into the colorless, we have a rough diamond by Sautrillion, so he kept that on his collection.
Oh, cool,
We
cool.
have, and the one on the side is a monterrasite. So it's a rare, really rare stone and has a slightly bluish color. It has a little bit of a blue hint. And the one on the right is a smoky quartz. And coming down, what we have are peridots and also asphalerite.
Which one's the clear thing?
The sphalerite, the one on the right.
Oh.
And right, the only three big ones are all peridots.
I love sphalerite.
Me too, from
It's
Spain
great.
especially.
So here we have is that Paraiba?
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna retract myself. That's a sphalerite. The
This one.
brownish with the really
this
deep
one.
bright red. Yes,
Oh, that's
a
cool.
sphalerite.
Oh, that's
a
very cool.
sphalerite.
Okay.
Apologies.
So here we have some
Moving
green
here.
ones.
Yeah, so the one I really find it fascinating is the one on the left, the big one there.
Yeah.
That's a fluorite.
Oh, that's a fluorite. I was
Right,
thinking,
it's
what
a-
could it be?
I mean, it has almost like an emerald color to me.
Yeah, exactly.
right?
That was my first guess.
No,
I thought,
it's a fluorite.
wow, cool.
And then the tiny one is, say, saborite.
Oh, this is the Saber. Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
that's
great.
the saborite.
Super green, intense color. Is that the Paraiba?
That's a I wouldn't call it. I mean, it's not paraíba.
Yeah, well, some-
tourmaline, blue tourmaline,
yeah.
could be copper, and then a topaz. very
Okay,
intense
nice, nice.
Moving into the purples.
I love purple.
You know, amethyst, citrine. Interesting enough, the big one, light blue at the back, that's a fluorite too.
Oh, cool.
And then the one on the right is tanzanite.
Yeah, that was. You can see that.
And
Very
then
nice.
coming down here, you have sanaquas
Mm-hmm.
and a topaz, a deep blue topaz.
The
tiny
small one.
Yeah, the dark.
It's
really
almost
intense.
black.
Yeah, but it's gorgeous color.
Very cool. Okay.
So,
Well, thank you for giving us an insight to the Impossible Crystal show. I have to. There it is. Thank you so much. Yes.
Thank you.
I'm here at the special exhibition in Munich, and behind me is are the cases by our very own Adrien Sautier with his garnets, and we'll talk about. I will show you what he brought for the show. Hey Adrien, what's up?
Hi Matt, pleasure to be here.
Absolutely the same. So, for this theme, we have the impossible crystal, and among other beautiful cases, we have a whole garnet, or more like 2 whole garnet cases.
3 cases to be precise. Even
Oh,
though,
3, sorry, yeah, 3, and
no,
some scattered around here too.
Yeah.
So let's just go through some of your beautiful pieces, and you tell us some things about it.
All right.
So
for
why
sure.
are they so impossible? Why are they so good?
So this part of the Impossible Crystal exhibit is dedicated to the colors, and we wanted to have a display about the variety of colors that occurs naturally in garnet. And so when I was called to bring those garnets, they told me, show all the possible colors that we can have in the garnet world, but don't focus too much on red garnet, because we mostly associate garnet, the word garnet, with the red color. And so I brought specifically one piece of red garnet, which is this big plate of mica from Australia with a huge terminated and a completely flat crystal of almandine.
Oh yeah, it's completely flat. Let me
Right,
just
so
walk
this is
to
the
side.
stereotypical red garnet,
Check
but
this
from an uncommon locality, the middle of the Australian desert.
Very cool.
And exactly. So the goals were to both display the variety of colors and have something that's interesting for newcomers. If you come and see the cases, you might like to admire all the colors, but also even if you're an expert, you will probably find something interesting, like maybe styles of grossular that you're not familiar with in the Jeffrey mine, or unusual localities. I displayed a dementoid from Afghanistan instead of one of the more commonly found localities, just because I think that it was cool to have both food for thought for beginners as well as experts.
Oh yeah, I really do love this piece. It's really cool just because of the locality, and of course it's great quality crystals.
Yes, exactly.
So what's your favorite here? What would you say?
All right, so I have to say I hate that question,
Yeah, of
because
course.
those are among my best pieces in my entire collection. Red garnets excluded, of course. So probably the one that's closest to my heart is the hessonite from Eden Mills. I mean, let's say from Belvedere Mountain Quarries, because it's such a beautiful crystal in person, extremely sharp. It's when you touch it, it feels like the most perfect garnet. I also have a really soft spot for the andradite from Greece, with its precarious placement on the Hindenburgite. I debated bringing that one just because of how fragile it is.
Beautiful, beautiful. And I really love this Uvarovite. Now,
Yes.
of course, the luster is great. It's a big crystal. Like how big is the crystal?
The
like
crystal
1.5
is
centimeters or something.
it's about 1 centimeter. Yes.
Yeah, that's really big for a Uvarovite. But also, it was initially a bigger piece, and I happen to have the bigger piece but smaller crystal. So the second half, which is
Yes,
really cool.
exactly. That was when I trimmed it live on Instagram and in Sainte Marie last year. And I remember during the live show you decided that you wanted to have the other half of that piece. Yeah.
Just because of the history. This is very important to preserve the history. Now let's look at one other garnet that you have somewhere here.
So I was also asked to bring, if possible, one garnet that was a stereotypical. They wanted to display the species that people most typically collect, and so that's why I brought this perfectly dodecahedral spessartine from Pakistan.
Beautiful. Well, thank you so much for showing us what you brought to the show, and congratulations.
It's my pleasure.
This
Thanks,
is
Matt.
your. I assume this is your first.
Absolutely.
Like, solo special exhibition.
Yes. It's the first
collection
time
show.
I have one case entirely for myself, let alone 3. So it was honestly just privileged to be invited here to display garnets at the Munich Show.
Fantastic. Thank you for the interview, and
Thanks,
I'll see
Matt.
you around.
Absolutely.
Hello, I'm here at Fine Collectors Minerals. They're making their debut at the Munich Show because they're a fairly new and young the mineral collector-based dealers from near Munich, and they have some really cool specimens. Hey Yvonne, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm great. Thank you so much for this opportunity today. Nice
Great.
to be here.
Absolutely, can say the same. We are here at your booth, and you have a lot of beautiful cases. So how about you just show us around and tell your story? I mean, you're fairly new in the mineral market. So
That's true.
how long have you been doing this?
So we are started with selling minerals 5 years ago, and we are now fully into collector's pieces since mostly 1 year now. And it's the first time we are here at the Munich Show, and we are very, very grateful for this opportunity.
Oh yeah, I can see. I mean, for a first, this is a great launch, great start.
Thank you. I'm glad you like it.
What's your dealing focus? What do you focus on? Minerals. What?
For now, we are focusing that we have minerals from all over the world
Okay.
in a good quality, and that we can offer from many different locations. But we are more and more in minerals from the USA.
Okay, gotcha. So just how about you show us around a bit here in your case? We have I see some nice elmwood stuff.
Yeah, for example, here we have a few very nice pieces from the Elmwood mine. So this is something I really like because of the combination.
Not only you.
I guess. Because the combination of sphalerite and fluorite is amazing, and if you're lucky, also with a calcite, and I really like this combination.
Really cool. So
Thank
down
you.
here you got some more USA minerals.
That's right. So here we have other minerals like calcite from the Linwood mine, and calcite from the Linwood mine is very special for me because this was the first collector's item I ever bought.
Oh really?
And that's because we will always have some pieces because it's very special for me.
Cool. Nice, I like that. They are all, I see not all, but most of them are on custom bases.
That's true. We started making custom bases for minerals because showcasing minerals on custom bases is so much more beautiful.
Absolutely.
And we are making it with acrylic bases, and if there are any struggles and they cannot stand by themselves, we have also structures beside that they can stand in their best way.
Oh yeah, I can see that. Nice. So and you do them yourself?
That's right. Yeah, we are working with foam that you can make your own imprint, and without sending the minerals around. And if we are getting the foam back, we are working with a CNC machine, making the custom bases.
Cool. Okay, and these bases, you do them for others too?
Yes, absolutely. So if you are interested, please contact us. Feel free. And I'm always here if you have questions or anything else. Or if you're not sure if your mineral fits or stands by itself, you're always welcome.
Okay. Can you just tell us how much approximately like the custom base costs?
It always demands on the size, of course. It starts by 90 euros, and then it's it also demands on if we need construction extra or if it's a special size.
Exactly.
And
always depending on everything.
That's right.
Let's look at some more cases.
So here we have beautiful minerals from Switzerland. So we are living near the Switzerland. It's only a few hours from us away. And these are all minerals we got from a friend of us. He is collecting these pieces in the mountains. And of course, alpine minerals also are very amazing.
Yeah. Some other stuff. And I can see that you arrange the cases like very nicely on color also.
Thank you so much.
So
yeah, this was really, yeah, you know, you are finished one spot and you're making it twice.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, here we have beautiful cosa from the Santo Domingo mine, for example, Mexico, very fragile, and they are all looking like sculptures.
Beautiful.
Yeah, they
How
are.
how can people reach you? Where can people find you on the internet?
So we are on Facebook, on Instagram. We have a YouTube and yeah, an own website, of course, with an email address. So feel free to contact me in any way.
Sure. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm here at the booth of Vadym Levterov, the husband of the talented mineral artist Ksenia Levterova, who also painted this nice petrock. Why is it called petrock? Well, because the owners can choose, or the rocks choose their owners after you buy them. You can see them here. And I'm gonna interview Vadym, who sells beautiful thumbnails, and why they are so good. Hey Vadym, how are you today?
Hi Matthew, how are you?
I'm great. Thank you for doing this interview. So, how about you show us around your booth? Let's start with this beautiful showcase.
Okay, thanks.
So, you are a collector, right?
Yeah, of course, I'm a collector and at first I'm a collector of thumbnails. So please turn the camera a little bit left and you will see a small part of my collection that I try to sell because I always working for my collection and try to do it better. But in any case, you can see here wonderful pieces. Actually, for the first 2 days of setup in the show, people take a lot, so it's just a half of starting material.
Oh wow! So this is exactly what I'm talking about, because thumbnails are a bit underappreciated
In Europe.
In Europe,
In
exactly. And why I'm doing this interview, because you provide great aesthetics, great aesthetic thumbnails for the European market. And
Thanks.
yes, this is one reason why you should come to Munich, because these prices are also unbeatable. Pretty much.
Thank you very much. And I think if you're a collector, you must be easy to present or to give away your specimens, because if you give away more, you find something more interesting. I don't know. It's like some mystics. I like even to present my stones to somebody, and the prices. Of course, it's a little bit higher than I buy the pieces. But if I buy the piece cheaper, why I need to do the price extremely high? And you know, it's very fun. In Europe, really, people not appreciate thumbnails very much. But almost 90% of my customers are Japanese because they have I think, small square and they need a small stone.
Yeah, makes sense.
And to be honest, I too like the small stones because I think that in that size you can find extremely well terminated and crystallized pieces. And aesthetics of that is some kind of magic. You know, when I do like that, when I just do like that, I feel some magic. When I just open it and see that simple body garnet, and that box, it's like a, I don't know, it's like a.
Like when you propose to someone, you open it and there's the ring, but instead there's a beautiful mineral.
Oh yeah, joking about it too. Yeah, of course. And but you know what is interesting? My feeling is very pleasant when I open the box. Sometimes I sitting in my home and just look to my collection. I have a showcase in my table, and I open it. And open the boxes and see to the minerals and look to it, and I'm really happy. It's some like of meditation.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Actually, the main idea it's of the thumbnail philosophy, it's like you don't need to spend more to have everything. You can have everything in small box.
Yeah.
You can,
Cost efficient, space efficient.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tell us about your name, Petrov. Why did you choose Petrov?
If be honest, it's not my name. Is Petrov. It's a very, very famous story about American guy who decided to sell the pet rocks.
Yeah.
And actually, I write Petrov Ukraine. Yeah. Because I don't sell pet rocks.
No.
But if you buy my minerals, my family members, I call it like that, they can choose you. It's a guy with bad energy. I think he don't like to. Please don't look to your camera is burned. Yeah, most of them are very kind. This is actually it's a painting of my wife. Maybe Ksenia Levterova. She drawing fantastical, absolutely fantastical.
Oh yes.
Paintings, but and actually, I think when Ksenia start to be really famous, can be cost much more than now. So I ask her to signate every small.
That makes
picture.
sense. Yes.
For example, this will be most expensive for my opinion. Because here you see the really rare mineral. Yeah. So you see the red arrow.
Exactly.
It's a very common situation for the really rare minerals. They need a microscope and they need a red arrow to understand it.
Perfect.
Yeah. So it's for scientists.
Don't underappreciate your starting art if you're an artist or in
possibly
general.
I will be an art dealer too in the future. And of course we have Ukrainian minerals, a lot of. And of course we have worldwide minerals. So please, you can choose. You can come here. I'm in a Munich Show, and but it's my hobby, so I only in a Munich Show. I'm not traveling to another shows.
Mm-hmm.
But here you can find me in Hall A6, and I will be happy to speak with you. I will be happy to present you something. I will be happy to sell you something. So.
Absolutely.
Please.
And another thing that I mentioned and I see here is this fabulous book about the Munich Show. So you are the author of this book.
Yeah, it's absolutely true.
Tell us quickly about.
I write the book with co-authority with Katrin Schwarzer-Reiter.
Mm-hmm.
She's a German journalist, and she doing a German part of book. I doing an English part of book.
Mm-hmm.
I write it, and it's book fully dedicated to the Munich Show main topic, Impossible Crystal. When you open it, you see a lot of AI creating pictures of some crystals that look impossible. And actually, I think it is the first book in mineralogical world where we used AI, ChatGPT.
Absolutely.
And it's very funny. It's absolutely not scientific book. I write it for beginners, for general public. You see a more than 200 absolutely stunning, fantastic illustration of different of world-class photographers. As actually you, Matthew, illustrate the book many times. And here I dedicate a page to the all photographers that was our helpers with that book. And you can see absolutely joking style book when you can see, for example, here in that chapter with name Glück auf. In German, every German know what is it.
Yes.
And you can see the type of dealers, for example. You can see the miners, collectors who really love their stones, then alpine prospectors.
Yeah.
Of course, the top dealers always with wines that looking great, and the resellers. And we can see a lot of something like that. For example, in chapter where minerals look like something else, ChatGPT show me that fantastic results when I ask it to illustrate.
Fabulous. I love that.
How that crystals look like.
I love that.
It's a Game of Thrones. It's some biker. It's Kurfürst of Germany.
Yeah, something like that.
And
Great.
alpaca and everything.
Fantastic.
Like that. But a lot of good illustrations, more than 200.
Yes, I think this book is like the most important, the most significant publication of 2024. No, that's not just my humble opinion. Just because of the diversity and the idea, the creativeness, the creativity that went into this book. So thank you so much for writing this and co-writing this and coming up with these fabulous ideas. This is my favorite book. Indeed.
Okay, thank you, dear. And I think I want to say very big thanks to Catherine Schwarz-Reiter for about German part of the book. She's my co-author. I'm not a one author,
Yeah.
so it's very important to know. So, Matthew, let's talk about minerals more, okay?
I'm here at a very new magazine, Mineralica, and I'm gonna take an interview with Max Schiller, who is the author of the maker of this magazine, and he will explain to you why this magazine is so cool and why you should read it. Hey Max, how you doing?
Hi Matthew, thanks. I'm pretty fine. So this is today the last day of the Munich Show, and I'm pretty exhausted. But
Yeah.
mostly I'm doing.
Everyone is. So I see you have some. You have some very nice cases here, and
Yes.
a new magazine. So
Yes,
Mineralica
that's right.
is a very brand new magazine located in Germany, based in Germany. Tell us about it a bit more.
So this is actually my baby. I did it like a few weeks ago because I want to have an alternative to Rocks and Minerals and Mineralogical Records and all the German magazines we have here in our country. And so it's in both languages. It's in German and in English. So this is here the German version, but we also have the English version, which looks kind like the same, but only that it's in English language. And this is really brand new. So my goal with Mineralica is to bring more young people to collect minerals. So it's not only a print version, it's also an online magazine. So every article in here you can read online in the internet by simply scanning this funny QR code.
Oh, that's cool.
with
That's
your
so
phone.
cool.
Yes, and the online articles currently are completely free. You can read them from everywhere.
Yeah, and what I especially like about this, that the design is so new and very modern,
Thank
and
you.
it's definitely elevating
So
from all the other magazines.
thank you very much. I think we did a great job with the design. I work together with a lot of great people helping me with the layout and with editing the text. So look at this, isn't that beautiful?
And how can you become an author?
So everyone can contribute to Mineralica. You can hand in an article either in English or in German, and we translate it for them, so that it's really reaching as many people as possible. So
That's
technically
great.
we can reach the whole world with it. So and this is the goal from Mineralica, that we want to have an international magazine.
Yeah.
Which really reaches a lot of people and
That's cool.
modern and online. So look at the websites from our competitors.
Yeah, yeah.
So-
And I see some cool pieces here. These are all available, and some of those are available in your web shop also.
Yes.
I think.
Yes, that's right. Here we have a nice selection of specimen available.
Are
This
they
is
just international, or are they have any focus?
this is an international selection, I would say. So
Okay, I got you. Well, thank you so much for the interview, and I hope that many new readers will come and enjoy this new magazine.
We really need support. Hey, look, and this is your photo, Matthew. Isn't that cool? You're on the backside of Mineralica.
That's so cool. Thank you so much. I'm here at the Munich Show with the collector's cases in A5, and we're gonna take a look at the young mineral collector's case, well, by a young mineral collector, Yi Sun, and he focuses on rare and very interesting minerals. Let's take a look. Hey, what's up? How you doing?
I'm fine.
Great. So you have a beautiful display here, a beautiful collector's case.
Thanks.
Please tell us what you have on exhibit here, what your collecting focus is, and yeah, some of the pieces.
Basically, I collect two different focus. One is historical specimens from European mining districts like the Ore Mountains or the Black Forest. However, what is displayed here in this case is my international rarities suite. So I collect rare species, exotic minerals that most people don't probably have never heard about, but not exactly in micromounts, but more like displayable pieces.
Oh, okay. So what's something rare here? Something really cool that you like?
For example, one thing what I have been looking for extremely long is this numbulite here. It is a manganese silicate related to rhodonite, but it has also lithium in its chemical formula.
Okay.
And first, when it was discovered in Japan, the samples were not really nice. But years later, I think in the 1980s, there was one single find in Namibia, which yielded one single pocket. And this pocket basically delivered the world's best specimens of this.
Okay, cool. So I see a nice phospholite here,
Yes.
which is also the picture there. Is it your favorite specimen, or why is it pictured there? It's really cool.
Yeah, I think it's one of my favorite specimens and also one of my best pieces in my collection right now, because phospholite is quite an unusual mineral, and especially if you want to get really gem quality pieces, which shows nice twinning, it is really difficult to obtain.
Oh yeah, definitely. I see a nice commingiite here too, and a name that I see for the first time. How do you pronounce that?
This is, I think, Wakabayashilite.
That's crazy. Which is it? The yellow.
Yes, exactly.
Mineral.
The white matrix is calcite, and the Wakabayashilite basically forms the yellowish fibers.
Really cool.
It was first mistaken for orpiment because of its color, but it's actually a different mineral.
Yeah. Okay. So do you do this often, or is this your first display?
This is my first display where I completely put together. I mean, I participated before in the YMC cases, but only submitted like one or two pieces.
Okay. Cool. Well, thank you for this insight to your collector's case.
Thanks for inviting me.
This is a great example of young people having always. Everyone can get a case in Munich. So yeah, this is a great motivation, I think, for young people to show off their collection.
Yes,
Thank you
sure.
so much for this interview.
You're welcome.
In this part, I wanted to explain why I'm doing this series. As you know, Bryan Swoboda from BlueCap Production, he does lots of interviews, just like I do, but with top dealers, for example, Crystal Classics, which I'm standing right now behind. Also, this is a really cool malachite. And generally, this year's display is really cool with the big prints and all that. So I'm going to interview Bryan Swoboda from BlueCap Productions, and he's going to talk about what his motivation is for doing these interviews. Hey Bryan, how are you?
Doing great, Matthew. Good to see you. How you been?
I'm great, thanks. So we've already seen a lot of interviews by you, but haven't been a lot of interviews of you.
Yeah.
So,
See, but that's the trick. I always have to be behind the camera. That's what I like the most. And so only recently, since 2020, if you look at all the stuff that I've done prior to 2020, there will hardly be any shots of me in front of the camera. But since 2020, when we started Mineral Talks Live, now you see me in front of the camera, and you see me in front of the camera everywhere. You can't get away from it anymore. I'm a camera whore.
Great. How about you tell us you do Mineral Talks Live, and you do What's Hot in wherever.
What's Hot in Tucson and What's Hot in Santa Maria.
And you do What's Hot live from Munich and Denver.
I don't do What's Hot live.
No, What's Hot.
I do live from the Hard Rock Summit Show in Denver, and I do live from the Munich Show.
Oh, okay. Well, for me it's the same. But okay, yeah. How about you tell us what's your motivation for doing all of these interviews?
It was back in 2006 or 2000, actually I think 2007. I had, my background is I'm an advertising executive. I spent 13 years in the advertising field. That's what I studied when I went to university. And I had kind of eventually got burnt out on advertising. And so I left and I started making documentary films for children who were fighting pediatric cancer. And I started a nonprofit. And I spent about 3 years doing that. And I learned it's called a nonprofit because you make no money.
Yeah.
So after 3 years and going through my savings, I said I need to start some new job. And I don't want to go back into advertising, and I was enjoying making movies. So I said, let me make movies about something that isn't really being covered right now at the level that I feel it needs to be covered.
Yeah.
And so I thought, well, the mineral world. Now, I'm not a mineral collector, and this may shock a lot of people, I am still not a mineral collector. But my father was a pioneer in the mineral collecting world.
Yeah.
And so minerals have always been around me, has always been in my life. And so I've known about the mineral collecting world, but I never really partook of it as a collector or as a dealer or any kind of business. But I recognized that there was certain knowledge in the mineral collecting world that most lay people didn't have. And my primary thought was, well, I've been to the Tucson show many times with my father, and unless you knew what you were looking for, Tucson was overwhelming.
Yeah.
So I thought, what if I create a film that would basically be a shortcut for people who wanted to experience Tucson? And it would show them the key shows to go to and the key people to see. And I thought maybe this would be an interesting idea. And David Wilbur, who was the biggest mineral collector in the world of his time, he was a giant. He was the king. I call him the Lord because in his heyday, he was the biggest collector there was. And he was living in Tucson at that time. So I called him up, and I'd known him ever since I was a child. And I pitched him on the idea, and I said, I need a host who can do interviews with these people, and I'm going to operate the camera. And he said, well, okay, come on down. Let's give it a shot. I came up with the name for a program, What's Hot in Tucson. And in 2007, I went to Tucson, and Dave Wilbur and I filmed the first What's Hot in Tucson.
Fantastic.
And started BlueCap Productions because my father bought the Tourmaline Queen line in 1968.
Yeah.
In early 70s, that's when they hit the big BlueCap pocket. And the rabbit ears tourmaline was his favorite specimen. That was the piece that he personally kept because it was his mine.
Because you can see it on the logo.
Right. And so when I created a company, I said, well, there's only one name it could be, BlueCap Productions, and there's only one logo that it could be, and that was a stylized version of the rabbit ears. So I started BlueCap Productions, and if you go back and you look at the old What's Hot Tucson series, 2007, which was the first time we ever did it, was the only year where one of the show hosts did not have a embroidered shirt that said "What's hot in Tucson" or whatever show we
that's
had.
cool.
Now, "What's hot in Tucson," "What's hot in St. Marie," "What's hot in Munich." But 2007 was the first year, because it was the first time we were doing anything, and we didn't know if it would survive. By 2008, it started becoming viable, not successful, but viable.
Yeah.
And from 2008 on, everyone wears the logoed shirts.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
a little bit of a nutshell of kind of how it started.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now everybody knows you, and now everybody knows everyone that you interview, because and this is I think the most important part, to bring the people closer, to get to know them without actually like meeting them.
Well, you know, it's interesting that you say that, because someone came up to me. We're here at the 2024 Munich Show, and someone came up to me, as I was walking around, and he told me exactly what I wanted here, especially when it comes to Mineral Talks Live, because in 2020 we were hit by the pandemic. The whole world was shut down.
Yep.
Mineral collecting world was suffering, because not only are we brought together by minerals, but we're brought together socially. So there's a huge social aspect.
Yeah.
And that whole social aspect was shut down because we couldn't travel. Raquel Alonso-Perez, who's the curator at the Mineralogical and Geological Museum at Harvard University, and Eloise Gaillou, who is the director of the Paris School of Mines, they came up with an idea. They approached me with it, and they said, what if we do kind of a talk show kind of thing?
Yeah.
And at first I said, no, I'm not interested, but they kind of kept pushing me on it, and I finally changed my mind. But our goal at the very beginning was to really focus and humanize these people and these names that a lot of people may not know them, and they may be afraid to approach them.
Yeah.
But we know them because we've been dealing with them for years, and so it was less intimidating. And our goal was to provide information to the general public, so that if you see one of these people, you could go up and you already know something about their background, and you've seen them talk, and you've seen them interact, and it breaks down the barriers, so it's easier for you to make a connection and to communicate with them. And so this individual who came up to me here at the Munich Show told me exactly that because of the Mineral Talks Live programs, he's been able to approach different people.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's found things that he could start to use to kind of break the ice and start the conversations.
Yep.
And so I love that. Plus, through all the What's Hot programs, you see these dealers year after year after year after year, and you start becoming very familiar with them.
Exactly.
So a lot of it was providing information for people to become better collectors, better informed and educated collectors. But a lot of what I've been trying to do is to humanize these names, to show them that we're all just individuals trying to make a living.
Exactly.
There's nothing scary about going up and talking to anybody, because we all have the mineral in common. So use that as your conversation.
Exactly. No, this is exactly the reason how I met you. I know I've seen you in the Mineral Talks Live. I've seen you in the other shows, and then I met you in Munich last year.
Right.
And I approached you and said, "Hey, I know you, and I can do that with everyone else."
Exactly.
This is great. This is why we're doing this.
Yeah. And so, we have such incredible tools for communication available to us now via social media, YouTube, videos that we could put on. We have to take advantage of
Exactly.
that.
Yep.
And it's, again, mineral collecting is not just about minerals. It's about the relationships. And only when you combine the two of them, you really start to understand the real depth and beauty of this world that we live in and that we love.
Yeah, well said. Well, thank you so much, Bryan, for this insight. Thank you.
You're welcome, but I'm going to ask one favor in return.
Okay.
Keep doing these interviews.
I will.
Keep doing things like this, because I can't do everything. And you could bring a different perspective and different set of tools to the mix. Keep doing it. The mineral world needs it. So
Thank you.
That's on you.
Thank you so much.
All right, brother.